Once a month at the new moon, we have an opportunity to reset our goals and intentions. The new moon in Gemini is June 1st at 5:03 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. You'll need to convert that to your own time zone depending on where you live. Gemini is an air sign in the mutable modality, so the emphasis for this month will be on the intellectual plane. We have this gigantic opportunity to examine our thinking process and to ask ourselves, how much time do we spend thinking about what we want? And compare that to the amount of time we spend thinking about what we don't want. This is the beauty of this new moon. I call it the affirmation moon because the emphasis this month is on creating more positive thoughts, creating new habits that are happy and healthy in our thinking process. And it's particularly powerful because this is also an eclipse, which means we have this gigantic learning opportunity to quantum leap and make this very deep. Now, the planet Mercury, which is the ruler of Gemini, moves into the sign Gemini the day after this new moon. So we're going to have a lot of assistance here in our ability to really look at this objectively. A good friend of mine who lives in Phoenix, Arizona, her name is Dr. Marlene Scheipel, recently sent me a manuscript for a book that she's written and will be published soon. It's about her healing journey in rheumatoid arthritis. She was diagnosed when she was about 18 or 19, I think, and it took her 14 years of focused, concentrated searching, but she found a cure that has eliminated it from her body. And she's a psychotherapist. She's one of the most gifted psychotherapists and life coach, hypnotherapists I have ever met. And of course, one main component of her healing has to do with her thinking healing thoughts, focusing on eliminating the negative beliefs, the beliefs that are false beliefs, and instead focusing on the beliefs that she wants to bring into manifestation. And she talked about it in her book. Now, there was one part that really struck me when she was talking about the conscious and the subconscious mind. Now, if you're watching this video, I assume you know about affirmations and the subconscious mind, but sometimes we just need to be reminded of the power of the subconscious mind. That's what this month is about. The new moon in Gemini with an eclipse is understanding the power of the subconscious mind. Now, what Dr. Marlene talked about is the fact that the subconscious mind acts as an obedient servant that wants to please you, and it acts in just creating what you think about. Not arguing with you, not judging it, just creating, taking whatever you think about as a command, and then it moves forward and just manifests it. It creates what you think about. When Marlene mentioned that the subconscious acts as an obedient servant that wants to please you, I don't know, I was able to visualize it in a new way. It gave me a wonderful visual. And every once in a while we really do need to be reminded. So that's what this month is about. Now, I have one last piece of advice. We have another eclipse coming up at the full moon in 2 weeks. And that full moon will be in Sagittarius. Now, the difference between the new moon in Gemini and the full moon in Sagittarius, Gemini is when you start to think about it, you examine it, you learn about it. So perhaps it's time for you to get out some books on affirmations, reread these kinds of concepts, understand them deeply about the power of the subconscious mind. At the full moon, when it's in Sagittarius with an eclipse again, that's when you need to know it, proclaim it. That's when you need to say that it is yours. So this is very exciting. This is a power-filled month. Use it well, think positive thoughts, eliminate the negative chatter, give your energy to what you want, and the eclipse will assist you in manifesting. Thank you. I'm Kathy Rose.